Hello, hello, and welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, so wherever you are watching me from, please let me know in the comment. Tell us where you're watching us from. Leave us a note. We would love to love on you. And thank you so much for following our videos, for liking our videos, and for being here to listen to this, to what I have to say to you that can be a blessing to you and your business. All right. Now, did you know that the Small Business Administration, which is called the SBA, defines a small business as one with 500 people or less, and in 2019 the failure rate was around 90%. There are many reasons for this business failure. Okay, are you an entrepreneur who wants to start a business and this kind of figures just throw you out of the scene and make you feel really uncomfortable? That's why we're here today, to talk about those things that can eliminate those kind of situations. So are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Good news, there are a lot more people that feel exactly the way you feel today, and that is not a hopeless situation. It's not. It's good to know that other people are experiencing what you're experiencing. Everybody is experiencing one level of transformation once, and taking it one step at a time. So don't be too hard on yourself. So my name is Mary Ifem Egbaz, and I help vision-led entrepreneurs, maybe like yourself, start and grow and 100x their businesses so they can take their business off the ground, and they can create for themselves a legacy, and they can create the financial freedom that they require. Experiencing, that kind of financial freedom that allows you to, to be ecstatic about what you do and be motivated. Okay, and we also help you fulfill your dreams. How is that? We are entering into the most significant hyper growth times for the entrepreneurs today. It's really getting disruptive, because things are no longer done the way the way it was done years back, right? So right now we're experiencing that growth. We're experiencing, it's just an amazing time to be an entrepreneur. Okay, it's an amazing time to have the opportunity to serve. That is why it is so important to know how to sell and be profitable, to know how to put your goods, services out there and ensure that you don't get no every time you step out. So today we're going to be fixing a little bit of that sales pitch. Selling is definitely critical to any business. You have to sell. It's not your business. If not, your business will not thrive. You're going to go broke, basically. You're not going to make money, because sales is the lifeblood of any business. So the big question is, why is this one of the most difficult things for entrepreneurs? If it is so important, it's so vital to its existence, why then is it one of the most difficult tasks that an entrepreneur or even a salesperson has to deal with, yet be the most needed thing in the business? Why is your business not getting that kind of money and clients that it really requires, or should be getting, right? Why? That's the big question here. We've all learned thing for just smooth talking people, like introverts will coil up at the mention of sales. I've heard a lot of people say, I don't know how to market, I don't know how to sell. Now, we've also been taught that sales is primarily the exchange of goods and services for money. That is pretty basic. That's a pretty basic way of looking at it. Well, if you want much success, you're going to have to look at it differently. Remember, I told you we're in a very disruptive time right now, and as an entrepreneur, things are really going to be different. Things are turning out differently really fast. I'd like to think of sales as something anyone can do. Anyone really. Let's think about it this way. Okay, if you had good news, right? Say your sister got had a new baby, or a company calls you and they maybe say you're a traveler and you have been given some miles, so now you can travel all over the world. Is that not like good news? What happens when you get good news? You get so excited about it because it's a life-changing experience, and life-changing experiences must be shared. So that's the way I like to look at sales, right? I like to look at sales as good news. Why? Because if you have a product or you have a service, it's valuable. It's something that is transformational. So example, if you have a headache and they told you today, say assuming before ever the painkillers before painkillers were created, and someone told you that you basically they've just created the painkiller. Does it sound like sales? That's what I'm talking about. If you start to look at sales more like, I have a piece of good news that can transform someone's life, and I got to tell them, I have to. If that's the case, then you're not going to feel shy or reserved or not be able to sell your goods, service, or products. So this is the way I would like to look at it. Spreading your good news. And since anyone can be a bearer of good news, why not you? Why can't you bear your own good news? Today, you will learn techniques you can apply effectively when spreading your good news. Notice I did no longer call it sales. I said when spreading your good news. All right? Well, I'd like to call my technique the Joseph principle. Okay? You will notice that I'd like to use, I often use references from the Bible and entrepreneurs. It creates the transformation that we need. And also, for me, it's a book of testament of what has already been done and proven. When you, in business, you do research because you want to find something that was proven. If you're a lawyer, you want to find something that was done before, and then so that you can refer to it. So this is my reference. Anyway, so let me just, tell you a little bit about that story and then bring it in to what I'm what I'm talking about in terms of sales. So while Joseph was in the prison, if you know the story, fine, but if you don't, just follow me. So while Joseph was in the prison, right, he had a great gift. And whilst in prison, he showed up his gift of interpreting dreams. And he had offered this service to the guys that were in the prison, his colleagues in the prison. With him, one of the men in the prison two of them had a dream, okay? And they came to him. They must have known, for them to come to him, they must have known he must have showed up in different ways that maybe were not recorded. And these two were like phenomenal. They had they had more consequences, and that's why probably it was recorded. But they went to him, they told him about this dream, and he told them exactly what was going to happen. And guess what? One of the guys, he said, your boss is going to call you back. Your boss is the king, and when he calls you back, he's going to give you your job back. He was the cupbearer, right? And when Joseph told him this, it happened. It happened exactly how Joseph told him. But he said, guess what? Don't pay me now. Pay forward. I know that when you get to where you're going to have even a bigger opportunity to get me out of here. So no need to charge you right now. I would, I know I'm going to get the reward of my work right now when you get out of here. And that's exactly what happened. The king called him, he went back, and he started being the cupbearer. Now, interestingly, 2 years after, the king has a dream now. And when this king has a dream, he's looking for who can interpret this dream, who can give him this service, who has the gift to service him. And Joseph was now remembered. The cupbearer remembered Joseph. Now, the most important part of this story is what our hot business nuggets for today is about. All right. Joseph interpreted the dream for Pharaoh the king of Egypt. He showed up with his gift. The dream was a problem. The dream actually posed a problem. And there was going to be 7 years. Basically the interpretation of the dream was that there was going to be 7 years of famine in Egypt, and there was going to be 7 years of abundance. Joseph didn't ask to be paid, 7 years here, 7 years that there will be abundance. You need to store that away so that you can have, even within the 7 years that there is famine, he just gave a strategy for that. And because of that, the king just looked around and said, take care of this, right? You need to appoint someone. Now, today, our hot business nugget is to get that sale, give value first. To get that sale that you're looking for, you have to give value first. Joseph must have understood this principle and practiced them, because anywhere he was, he always became the leader. Wherever he was given the opportunity to serve, he was the leader. He became the leader. Where have you been given opportunities to serve? Where have you figured out that you've been given opportunities to serve? Are you in services? Are you a business owner providing educational services? Where exactly have you been given that opportunity to serve? Right there. Did you provide value? Are you providing value where you have been given the opportunity to serve? Were you focused on being the solution? Have you been focused on being the solution, or just focused on getting the exchange done, the sale for cash, And as much as I know that, the whole purpose is to get paid, but that's what we're talking about, how to sell without selling, most people say. But I'll say give value first. So our hot business nugget today is, and I'll just repeat, to get the sale, you've got to give value first. Now, let me give you a few tips to practicing these nuggets so you can start getting the right clients to serve. 1, identify what you're specialized in. That thing that you're going to be known for, that people are going to say, oh, I know this person does this. So whenever there's an opportunity or there's an asking for that, you are the one that people will call on your door. What exactly is that gift? That's first. So whether it's a gift in terms of whatever you're serving, whatever your business is, whether it's service or it's a product, you have to know. Even if it's a product, you have to know what it does very well. You must know your product very well, the transformation that it's going to give. Then you have to show up and serve. Whenever Joseph was needed, whenever he was needed to interpret a dream, wherever there was a dream, there was Joseph. He showed up. He was in that space. And in showing up, you would have the opportunity to speak. You would have the opportunity to share the value and the transformation that you can provide for them through your goods, your products, or your service. Give first. Give to give. Don't give to get back. Don't give with the mentality, when I give, what am I going to get back? Give to give. All right? I saw that word today and I just thought, that's just awesome. Give to give. Now, I would also say pay forward. Now, what's the next thing? The next thing will be out of genuine concern, offer solution. I can imagine it was quite alarming for Joseph to be the one to give that solution. To interpret that dream. When he interpreted that dream, he said, there's going to be famine for 7 years. And he lives in Egypt, right? So that means it was going to affect him. But there was not just because it was going to affect him, but there was a genuine concern to help the king. And he didn't hold back. Many of us hold back. We hold back from our clients because we want them to pay first, because we want them to serve us first by giving us, what we feel is our reward. But one of the ways to attract your clients to you so that you can serve them without selling to them is that you have to genuinely have concern for them and offer them that solution without waiting to be served first. Okay, this is what needs to be done. So imagine someone came to you and said, I'm having difficulties in my business and I don't know how to do X, Y, and Z, right? And you said, why don't you do this, do this, do this? It's not really by selling, but value first.